Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Miss Audiobk. Today I'll be doing chapter 5 of the 14 Goldfish. I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. I'm always the first one up in the morning because I like to cook breakfast. My mom hates cooking and jokes that she doesn't know if I'm really her kid. But I feel comfortable in the kitchen. There's an order to it and it's fun to experiment. Lately I've been making what I call crazy mixed up pancakes. I use a basic pancake batter and add different ingredients. So far, I've made a s'mores version, chocolate, marshmallow, graham cracker crumbles, a banana split version, bananas, chocolate bit, macaroni cherry, and a pina colada one, pineapples, and coconut. This morning, I made an old standby peanut butter cup. I used peanut butter, marcel, and chocolate chips. I'm just plating up the pancakes when my grandfather walks into the kitchen. He's wearing old man pajamas, the button-up cotton kind, and his hair is tied back with one of my ponytail holders. He must have found it in the bathroom. Something's wrong with your toilet, he tells me. I had to use a plunger. That happens a lot. Want some pancakes? I ask him. Thanks, he says, and take a plate. He eats fast and then helps himself to seconds. Teenage boys really eat a lot, I guess. He got a bad case of bedhead. Something I'm all too familiar with. My hair the exact same way. It's frizzy and flyaway, and I always hated it. I wonder if I got it from him. I have a good spray that works on frizzies, I tell him. He waves his spoon at me. I have more important things to worry about than hair. I need to get my T. melvis out of the lab. It helps me sort out the mechanism for reversing senescence. What's senescence? Senescence. It sounds like a terrible disease. Senescence is the process of aging. I was kind of right. So what's T. melvis? It stands for Pteropus melvis. It's a species of jellyfish. A jellyfish did this to you? Are you kidding me? He lifts an eyebrows. Why is it so hard to believe? There has always been examples of regenerative abilities in nature. There have? My grandfather leans forward, his face intent. Take the plantar of flatworm. You can slice it in two and each part will grow into a new worm. The hydra, a freshwater creature, can actually regenerate body parts, and the sea anemone doesn't appear to experience senescence at all. I never heard about any of this before. Then there's the Pteropus nuclea. His voice is full of wonder. The T. nuclea is a jellyfish that can actually revert its body to a pillow stage, to its younger self. This is so interesting. He's so interesting. It's like I never actually listened to him before. And maybe I haven't. Usually, when we're together, he and my mom just bigger. How do you know so much about this? I ask. Because I've been researching it for 40 years. It's my side project. I had articles published, I'm starting to think that maybe I don't know him at all. Not really. It's like he's been playing the part of a grandfather in a play. But underneath the makeup is something more. A real person. A few months ago, an Australian diver in the Philippines contacted me because he read on the internet that I was researching jellyfish. He found an odd specimen of T. nuclea. I asked him to ship it to me. The typical T. nuclea is small, a few milliliters, the size of a nail on your pinky finger. He holds out his pinky finger. But the T. nuclea specimen he sent me was huge, more than 300 milliliters. I always get confused about the milliliters to inches thing, I admit. It was a foot in diameter, he explains. And there was other anomalies. I knew it was a new specimen. I named it Pteropus melvis. Shouldn't it have been named after the guy who found it? I ask. He scoffs. All he did was catch it. I identified it. I was the one who did all the work. I was the one who created the compound. I was the one who tested it on mice. You experimented on mice? That seems way worse than flushing goldfish down the toilet. Adult mice, he says. A few days after I injected it with the compound, they revert to an adolescent stage. They became teenagers? I tried to picture mice with pimples and long hair. Exactly, he explained, so I injected it in myself, and the rest is history. I was trying to get the rest of the T. melvis specimen out of the lab when a rent-a-cop busted me. I think for a minute. Couldn't you just call up your old bosses and tell them what happened? I mean, this is kind of a big breakthrough, right? I bet they'd be pretty excited. They don't even know it's there. His gaze hardens. Besides, they'll just take all the credits. This is my discovery. Good morning, campers, my mom thrills. Today she's wearing one of her standard outfits, a neon purple dress that hits above the knees and high black boots. My grandfather gasps when he sees her. Melissa, you can't go to work in that. What's wrong with it? My mom asks. I can see the top of your thighs. She waves off his concern and starts gathering her bags. Let's get moving or we're going to be late. Late for work. What? He asks. School, of course. School, he sputters. I already went to school. I have 2 PhDs, in case you've forgotten. Too bad, you going. I called Bernetta this morning. Bernetta is the middle school secretary and one of my mom's friends. What did you tell her? I ask. He tips her head at my grandfather. That Melvis here is my distant cousin's kid. His dad dies and his mother remarried a meth addict. He doesn't get along with the new stepfather, who he secretly suspects started the fire that burned down the trailer with his dad in it. So he hitchhiked up there and I took him in. That's really good, I tell her. Your dad would be pleased to hear it, she says. It's from a play he wrote in college, Hamlet in Fresno. I directed it. My father interrupts us. Why can't I stay here? I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. He sounds like every teenager in the world. Did you forget that the police released you into my custody? I work with kids. I'm a teacher. I can't have a 13-year-old trying in my house. Someone will see you and I'll lose my job. There's a beat of silence as he stares at the floor. Fine, I'll go, he mutters. Great. Then he adds, by the way, you're Ellie's new babysitter. That's the end of chapter 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like, subscribe, comment, and share. Love you guys. Bye.